COVID was interesting. It definitely played a pretty big factor in my life. Stopped, like, obviously school was a big thing, and then hockey season was huge too. I was like, that was one year where we were like really, really good, and we were going to go to nationals, and then nationals got canceled because everything. That was really bummy. Like people have just in general changed. They're maybe just a little bit lazier or something like that because they got so used to like just being able to chill at home or like collect on subsidies or whatever you call it from the government and stuff like that. So I mean, I feel like people are a little bit more lazy, and it did open up a lot of other things for society too. I mean, like now there's like Uber Eats, and then like you can't even. It's not even just Uber Eats anymore. It's like like you can Uber your groceries or whatever. And so, I think it changed a lot of things in society, just not in like the medical field. I mean, yeah, great. It was a pandemic. We came out with a vaccine. Great, done, boom. But I think the more significant changes were how it actually changed people and like how business is done. I think that COVID did have an influence on like political elections and stuff like that because unfortunately, I think that it was like a pandemic, but I think that it came at like a kind of a poor time with elections and everything coming up because like it made it less of a pandemic and more of like just a political cause, and so that turned sides against each other, and that's where I think you get like the whole like non-vax or vax thing from, and it's like instead of like that, it was just like people just focusing on like he identifies with this or she identifies with that, and it was like nobody was really actually focused on like just getting rid of it, and they were just like, oh well, you're voting for him, that means that you're opposed to this or like something like that. So I think it definitely had a huge impact on elections. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was definitely like a push to like get vaccinated, and maybe they pushed it out a little quick, and like there wasn't enough like information behind it, so like maybe there was like a little bit more of a push to like get vaccinated, um, and then like acting, yeah, definitely. Like at my job, like it was awful. We had to like I work a manual labor job, and like I'm working on cars like all the time, and so like I remember when COVID was around, we had to like wear masks while we were working on cars, and it was like nobody could breathe, and it was just like because you're running around, you're lifting heavy objects, and so if you got like I mean it's like playing a sport with a mask on, like it's just impossible. I mean, like you can't do it. So I mean that was definitely hard because I mean we were being forced to like act a certain way, and it wasn't that any of us were against wearing masks. It was just silly because it was like we're just working on cars together, like there's no customers around or anything like that, but we had to act that way to show that like our company is like like we're cool with that or whatever, and it was awful to have to like conform to that.